So guys, Peter Obi and other opposition party candidates are really exposing the ruling party. It might shock you to know that the level of corruption in APC is beyond what we are seeing, honestly. Peter Obi's involvement in politics has really changed the political narrative in Nigeria. You know, currently, Tinubu and Sanwolu are facing disqualification for forgery of certificates, and also for lying under oath when they filled their INEC forms. Do you know that Sanwolu might end up being disqualified because he submitted a WAEC certificate that does not exist? Remember, at the election tribunal in Abuja, a witness came to testify, and during that moment, it was discovered that the document gotten from the University of Chicago for Tinubu has the name on it written Bola Tinubu Adekunle, and surprisingly, the gender on it is a female instead of a male. This time, Sanwolu is facing another difficult moment as regards to his WAEC results. The PDP governorship candidate has gone to court, Jandon has gone to court to file a petition against the emergence of Sanwolu as the governor of Lagos State. Before filing his petition at the election tribunal, went to the WAEC portal in search of Sanwolu's WAEC certificate. He was shocked to know that Sanwolu's certificate was nowhere to be found on the WAEC portal. And he took note of that and had to notify the court through his petition. It was surprising to know that when WAEC was asked to come and testify, WAEC was subpoenaed to come and testify what is happening. Does it mean that Sanwolu submitted a forged document? Before WAEC sent their representative to the tribunal, Sanwolu's WAEC, all of a sudden, that was nowhere to be found on the WAEC portal, all of a sudden reappeared, meaning someone within WAEC is working for Sanwolu. When they noticed that this matter has been taken to court, they quickly uploaded his results, and this was shocking. Currently, the court has ordered WAEC to provide the certified true copies of this certificate so that they can trace what happened. When was it uploaded? Was it just suddenly uploaded because of the current tribunal petition that is going on? So guys, you can see how rotten our system is. You can see how rotten our institutions are. Peter Obi said he's coming in to strengthen our institutions because our institutions are so weak. They are easily influenced by our politicians. And even when things are done wrongly, nobody is being questioned, nobody is being punished. And that is why evil does not cease happening in Nigeria. You see a repetition of the wrong things going on in our society because nobody is being held accountable, nobody is being punished. So guys, how did we even get here? How did we get here? That we are still struggling with the University of Chicago certificate from Tinubu that has the name Bola Tinubu Adekunle with a female gender. We are still struggling to understand what actually happened, only to discover that Sanwolu himself does not have a WAEC certificate. And you can see how desperate these our politicians are to be our leaders. Talking about Sanwolu, it might also shock you to know that a U.S. immigration officer came and testified before the tribunal in Lagos that the deputy governor of Lagos State renounced his Nigerian citizenship so as to pick up the United States nationality. So guys, this alone is enough to disqualify Sanwolu as the governor of Lagos State. All these are before the tribunal. We are hoping that our judges are going to dispense justice. Apart from that, it was also discovered that Sanwolu equally voted even without voters' card. Nigerians, how did we get here? Honestly, a certified true copy of a document has proven that Sanwolu didn't have a voter's card. Him, together with the wife, but they ended up voting. How did this happen, Nigerians? These are the questions many people are asking. How did they vote without a voter's card or without voter's cards for him and his spouse? So guys, these are some of the latest discoveries that are happening, because you know, all this while we are paying attention only to the election tribunal sitting in Abuja, not knowing that some terrible things are happening in the state levels. We all know that tribunal is going on in almost all the states of the federation. I mean, everywhere is hot at the moment because of the kind of evidence that is being brought before the judges. I tell you, our politicians are so desperate. They can go any length, they can do anything just to get to power. And the worst part is that most of them have lost their conscience. You know, they can boldly go and forge documents and present to WAEC. And most times, WAEC does not even care to investigate what is being submitted. And that is why these people go scot-free. But I tell you, the narrative is changing because Peter Obi has come into this arena, as in things are changing in the Nigerian politics. It has never happened in Nigeria that Nigerians, I mean citizens of Nigeria, are so conscious of what is happening in the polity, as in people want to know what is really happening in Nigeria, because you know, Peter Obi is changing the narrative. Let the right people come into power. Like Peter Obi said, if the process through which you get there is not excellent, then you are not worth being called an excellency. So guys, these are some of the things happening in our Nigerian society, and these are some of the things we all must stand up to ensure that they are fixed, so that our institutions can be strong enough. So guys, yes, this is what is happening, and I felt I should share with you guys just this quick update of what is happening at the election tribunal in Lagos State. We are just hoping that the judges will do justice to all this evidence before them. Let them look into them and see if Sanwolu is not qualified to be the Lagos State governor, then he should be disqualified so that the right people will get into power. Talking about the election, we all know that the INEC chairman deceived Nigerians, and I want to show you one of those videos that is serving as an evidence to what Mahmoud told Nigerians. Take a look at this.
Be assured that the beavers has come to stay. Electronic transmission of results has come to stay. Public display of polling unit results through IREV has come to stay. With today's initiative, the elimination of the negative use of money in our electoral process will be tackled head-on. Once again, I would like to appreciate the Nigeria Police and other security and safety agencies, the ICPC, the EFCC, the MBC, and ACON for their support and partnership. I would similarly like to appreciate the Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit, the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, political parties, civil society organizations, trade unions, professional bodies, financial institutions, and all our invited guests for honoring our invitation and for standing by INEC in our shared commitment to credible elections in Nigeria. I won't forget to also thank the MacArthur Foundation and the Center for Democracy and Development Nigeria for their support. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 20th December 2022, the Commission will also take a major step in the preparation for the 2023 general election with the signing of the revised Memorandum of Understanding with the Road and Maritime Transport Unions, the National Union of Road Transport Workers, and the National Association of Road Transport Owners for Land Transportation.
March the 18th included interference by party agents and a lack of adequate protection of the secrecy of the vote. The elections were impacted by outbreaks of fighting and thuggery, which led to a high number of cancellations of polling units and, regrettably, also fatalities. The introduction of the bimodal voter accreditation system, or BVAS, and the INEC results viewing portal IREV was widely seen as an important step to ensure the integrity and credibility of the elections, but lack of transparency before the polls, and notably the severely delayed display of presidential result forms on the 25th of February, for which INEC failed to give a timely and comprehensive explanation, dashed the public trust in election technologies and in INEC. For both elections, INEC did not publish key relevant information, hampering transparency throughout the collation processes and the declaration of election results. For example, INEC failed to publish the manner of calculation of the declared winners, turnouts, number of accredited voters, and the list of polling units where elections were cancelled, postponed, or not held. The absence of this information undermined the possibility for independent verification of the outcome and public trust. We consider it vital, and this is our final priority recommendation, to protect the free expression of the will of the voter and integrity